Great. So come on, you're like 4. How did you come to be in Junior Eurovision 2005 Song First, whatever it was?
I really don't know what to say. We've had suing over here, we've had orgies and Ewan McGregor. I kind of feel unworthy to be talking today. Yeah, at first, I've always been singing since being about 7. But I only really got myself interested when I started to write my own material when I was about 15. I wrote my first song, incidentally, on a camping trip to Scotland in a little sort of RV sort of thing, and it was me and my dad, and we had the smallest camper van you can ever imagine. But I decided I was going to take my guitar with us, and I had to strap it to the roof. That's how little space we had. So I thought, I'm going to, and I don't know what it was about, where we were at the time, but that's when I wrote my first song. Shortly after that, I wrote my second song, which was Clear the Air, it was purely a matter of coincidence that I happened to see an advert for, send your track off, send your demo off to apply for doing the Junior Eurovision. So following on from that, I obviously the deadline was in like a couple of days, and I'd only just written this song. So called up a friend of mine at a studio, rushed in there, did literally one take of both the songs that I'd written, and sent them off. And then slowly but surely, through a sort of a process of different auditions and demo doctors and things like that, I eventually got the call to say, congratulations, we'd like you to perform on the selection concert, on the British selection concert.
And then they threw a bit of a curve at you, didn't you? You weren't expected to be interviewed just before you sang, is that right?
Oh, well, no, they don't tell you this. Like, they don't. And as you'll probably tell now, I'm not that great of a public speaker, really. And they didn't tell me anything that they were going to say before I went on. And I immediately walk on stage, and I'm very aware for the first time, cameras up in your face, that this is live telly, and I'm thinking, oh, I better not say something stupid. Sit down, and one of the first questions they ask me is, what's your golden rule? When, do you have a golden rule when you're performing? And I don't have a golden rule. So I can't say that. I can't say I don't have a golden rule. Look at me, I'm Mr. Uninterested. I have to make something up on the spot. So I go, not to look at my dad. So subsequently gets my dad on telly. Why won't you look at? I don't know. I just look stupid. It just cracks me up. I can't remember what I said, but something daft anyway. So my dad ends up on telly, and so do the rest of my family. But it happened all the way through. That, like you say, with the curve with the interview. I think if you ever get the chance to sort of relive any of that footage, especially there's a particularly golden moment right at the very end when all the votes are coming in. And they're asking round, they had about 2 seconds before the break, and they're asking round, how are you feeling about this? And they're asking one person, asking it, and by the time they got to me, everyone had already kind of said all the feelings that you would be experiencing at that time. So I ended up just kind of melting in, a mishmash of what everybody else had said. Yeah, what everyone else has said, yeah, fantastic, wonderful, great,
Okay, great. I mean, I always thought it was a little bit sort of odd that you've got, Kit and Hera and people like that who go to the senior Eurovision, and they're not expected to do anything. They don't have to write songs, all they have to do is like turn up 20 minutes before. look magnificent, And yet, you lot, it was between, what was it, 8 and 15, and you're all expected to write your own, come on, they didn't really write their own songs, did they?
Well, I'm pretty 100% sure that at least everyone that I spoke to had written their own song. I mean, speaking from personal experience, I definitely wrote Clear the Air. I think, obviously not speaking out of turn, I think we all met with the producer down in Bognor Regis, it was, about two or 3 weeks before the actual performance, and he really helped us hone our songs and develop them that little bit more. And in my case, that meant sticking a drum beat to it, sticking a bass part to it, and that was pretty much it, really. For other people's songs, I think people who've come from maybe a background of not playing an instrument, but they had a melody and some lyrics. Perhaps on their end, perhaps the producer sort of had more input to play in that, but it was a very sort of two-way process. You know, I went down to his studio and we worked on together what we thought the song would sound best on. So as far as I know, yeah, everyone really did work hard on the songs, you know.
And since Junior Eurovision, obviously you were telling me you were continuing sort of with your music and things. So what are you up to now?
Well, music is the only thing I've ever really wanted to do, really. So I don't really have a choice. It's just kind of in my blood, without sounding too cliche. But from Eurovision, that kind of having that sort of recognition that someone had heard a song that I'd written and sort of, you know, really taking it on board and obviously offered me a chance to take that to that level, really gives you confidence, especially at 15. It gave me more confidence to, you know, carry on writing and keep writing, and keep performing and keep singing. And the compositional aspect has been, especially up to now, has really played a big part in that. For me, the writing is as close to my heart as the performing is, because I think, you know, I've got nothing against doing covers or anything like that, but I think with original material you truly can, if you want to say something, you know, if you can't say it in words, it's great to be able to sit down with your guitar and write a song about it. And it's a really therapeutic process, really, and it's kind of, it's helped me through quite a few things, and it's helped me kind of, like I said, say things through music, through lyrics that I perhaps wouldn't have been able to. College of Music, studying a degree in popular music there, which is much the same, obviously just taking it to that higher level, and it's great being, Leeds College of Music is a really good place for meeting sort of what you would perceive to be, you know, hopefully what are some of the next sort of people to reach the mark, some of the next stars of today, you know, and it's really good to be amongst that bunch because it pushes you all the time. It's a really competitive bunch and it pushes you all the time to sort of reach the best of what you can write, what you can sing, what you can perform, you know.
And Craig, you're releasing an EP, I think, in
a few
months' time.
Hopefully by Easter 2011, an EP should be available. Hopefully on iTunes and Amazon and other electronic formats. Definitely on the website. But as things go, I've been planning to do something very similar for a very long time, and just things have got in the way. But it looks as though this time things in the studio are going fantastic. I've got a great group of people behind me, a great producer, a great band, and yeah, so hopefully that should be made available. You can listen to what's up there already at craiganthony.co.uk if anyone has a spare minute and wants to check it out. That'd be great.